we had a lot of big moments this year. One of the biggest moments that I could remember, unfortunately, was when we had Angela Stanton here. I don't know if y'all remember her, Damage and Blue. Well, what people don't realize is we had Angela Stanton here, and the interview went completely left. It all started when I was over on an app called Beagle and ran into her daughter Jaybies. Her daughter's transgender, and they had went on Dr. Phil and had this whole public thing where Angela publicly misgendered her daughter and said that she wouldn't accept her as she was. Well, it took a turn during the interview when she decided to misgender Blue and then verbally attacked me and my deceased mother. Now, the crazy part is that she clicked out of the, well, let me just show you what happened. Take a look. What I'm trying to understand is your daughter, your child, does not identify as Bonquisha. Your daughter has said, call me JBs. I am she. And so why support that?
I said because I gave him his name, right? Me and his father picked his name out, spelled it, filled out the birth certificate. Because we gave him his name, we have the right to call him by that name. Now, are you saying as a mother that I don't have the right to call my son by the name that I gave him at birth? It ain't been no name change, and it ain't been no transition. So why are you all asking me to respect something that's not even real? It doesn't exist.
My answer to that is yes. If your daughter, your child wants to be called what she wants to be called, you should honor that. Yes, absolutely.
Well, if your mother want to be called a dumb crack, that what you gonna call her?
She's dead. Wait. My mother is deceased. Wait.
You brought her up. I don't know. I don't have to call my son the way he wants me to call him just because he asked me to.
I'm gonna give you your answer, but see, the problem is you want to come into this show the way you do your Instagram, and this ain't your house. You're a guest, and I don't know how people come into your house. I don't know how people come into here. You don't have to be, but you can't. You don't have to be. This is not a zoo. This is not a zoo or a zoo. So all the animal actions.
So when you throw shots, be prepared to receive them back.
If I was throwing a shot,
not hitting, though.
Because although you called my mother a dirt, hold on, put us all up.
I didn't call her. I said if she wanted
my
to
mother
be called.
was a dirty crackhead. But see, the way your behavior is, even in my mother's darkest days, she didn't act like you. You came on this show.
Listen, I ain't never smoked crack or heroin either, and that's probably why I know my son is a man and not a woman.
You know what?
So where you show?
You're smoking crack. No, that's okay. And you know what? You and your homosexual, whatever issues you got, because you probably ate some at some point in prison, and it got you up. And you know what? You are the most ignorant piece of person I've had on this show. And if you can figure out how to clock the out like you did mentally when it came to your own child, you can go ahead and go. And by the way, ma'am, you spit a transsexual child out your. Wait, turn her mic on. Is her mic off?
And she's amazing. Her daughter is amazing too. Her child is amazing in spite of you.
Okay, well, while you're still here with your bad makeup and your bad eyelashes, let me go ahead and tell you something. Your daughter's prettier than you. Your daughter put on better makeup than you, and your daughter's probably getting the that you ain't having. That's why you're such a mean-spirited, evil bitch. Click her out the camera. Well, that was definitely a memorable moment. Do you guys remember that craziness and the fact that she had clicked out and we didn't have her audio, but the way we were able to save the audio for you to hear it and for you to watch was that she posted on her Instagram attacking us when really she gave us what we needed in order to make that show complete.
Thanks, dummy. I loved it.
Watching that back, I'm just looking at me trying to go.
I'm just like, stop, please.
But wait a minute. I just got to ask one question. She was off the rails, man. And it was really sad because, I'm a parent. And my son he's turning 9 soon. I'm just like, I can't see me ever having this rhetoric when it comes to my child. Like, how you're speaking about your child. You're not speaking about some random person. This is somebody you pushed out of your body. Where was the love? It just seems so malicious. It was disgusting to watch in real time. And to watch it back, it made me cringe again.
It was a good education, though, because I will say that I'm a little bit naive because I mostly work in the news where people have to pretend at least to have some sense. And I've heard about trolls and I've heard about clout chasers. But Jason, up until that moment, I had never seen how ugly, vitriolic, and miserable someone could be trying to get some clout until that moment. And if you look at my face, Damage is going like this, please stop. I look like I wanted to hit her with a brick. Like I was angry and I was seething, right? But when Jason started going in on her, shout out to Nick Cannon, because whatever you did at Wild 'N Out, that felt like a Wild 'N Out skit. You dragged her so mercilessly. Like watching it back now, it's actually funny to me. So, Jason, thank you to you for keeping it funny, because I was angry that day.
Listen, I will say that was probably the first time in a long time, if ever, that I literally lost it on the show. And so it was good to put out there because I'm not perfect. But, there's just something in me that, I didn't have the mom in my life that I wanted to have because she, of course, had issues with drugs and mental health and stuff like that. And so when I think about mothers who just don't love their children and don't accept them for who they are, it really does bother me. And so when she came into the show and was so disrespectful to her, disrespectful to you, disrespectful to my dead mom, I just literally lost it. I'm happy to report though, they have made up. Jaybies and her mother, Angela Stanton, have made up. They are on good terms. And so I don't know what it was that made that happen. Maybe they saw themselves in public. Maybe they saw the show. I don't know. But either way, I'm glad that they were able to make up. And I wonder, do you think the world's becoming more tolerable of parents accepting their kids for who they are, regardless of how they choose to identify?
Yeah, I think at this point, like, how do you say you have unconditional love for your child, but then you have all these conditions? It might not be something in your wheelhouse, maybe something you could be educated on. But rather than going on social media and going on platforms downing your child because it's a reflection on you either way, it might be an opportunity to build and learn and understand your child anymore and build a connection y'all might not have had because maybe your child was living a life that wasn't, necessarily comfortable for them. There could be an opportunity. It's going to be some friction, but it's an opportunity to actually learn and probably gel more and bond more with your child. So I just, it makes me cringe when I see people carry on that way with their children. It's like, it's rough.
I'm relieved though.
One thing I will give her though is I will credit her for being very confident in being ignorant. You know what I mean? She's very much okay with being ignorant. She's very much okay with her position on things that the world may not identify with. And I think that she probably is supported by people who have those views. I mean, she's also a flip-flopper. Clearly now they get along. I don't know if that's changed everything about her. Her original views or whatever. I didn't see any public apology. I think her daughters owed one, but that's between them, their family. Either way, she was somebody who I think came on the show and was just a complete embarrassment to herself. And then for like weeks on weeks, she was dragging me on social media. It's like, girl, we want the views. I ain't worried about that. Keep on posting me. So, I don't know. All I will say is to anybody out there who has a child who is struggling with their identity or discovering themselves or are on their journey, just continue to give them space to be comfortable and confident that you will love them and support them. And look, you're going to raise your children the way that you want. But I can tell you, as somebody who's grown up in a world of self-discovery and is still discovering myself, I'm grateful that I was able to have the strength to do it, even in the absence of parents who were there, who were supposed to be there to care for me. We never want her back on the show, by the way. She's not welcome. I mean, what else is there to talk about? Maybe when Trump comes back and starts running for president again, then she'll want to, be his VP or something. I don't know.
What's crazy is a couple years, not even a couple, like maybe 20 years ago, what she did would have been applauded. So I think the great thing about us exposing her and letting her show her entire ass on camera is that we're showing how much we've grown as a society. Because back in the day, your parents could be abusive to you and people were like, oh, that's between y'all. We don't want to get into it. Now we have a society where we recognize that parents can cause trauma. If someone's abusing their child, we have to step in. So I love that the tide has shifted, because back in the 80s, Angela could have done the same thing and she would have gotten applauded. It's a new day. So I love that she is now realizing that her views are outdated because they're harmful.
Mm-hmm.